Annyeonghaseyo. Soy Scott con Wavewater Arts. This is Seated Meditation episode 13. And I haven't done Seated Meditation episode. The last one I filmed was actually in early April. I have yet to release Seated Meditation episode 12. That was kind of the final conclusion to season 1 of the Seated Meditation. So I'm going to be releasing Seated Meditation episode 12 soon. But I'm kind of pre-recording these. So it's been a couple months since I've done a Seated Meditation episode. One of the things that I've really been thinking about lately and trying to understand better is this idea behind building the connection between yourself and the surface that you're meditating on. I had talked a little bit about that in the past. The different mediums that you can sit on, whether you're sitting on grass, grass and earth is a little more forgiving if you're just beginning with seated meditation. It's a lot softer, so it's easier to get into a open position and be able to get some good energy from your practice. So the idea behind this episode was I had talked with a few people and they were a little turned off by this idea of developing a root. And when we say in these healing art practices that we're trying to develop our root, it does not literally mean that you're going to grow roots out of your feet or out of your lower back. Growing your root stems along the same principle as grounding yourself. And grounding yourself, what we're doing is making that connection with the surface that we're meditating on. So I started thinking about this, and I was a member of the Milwaukee Bonsai Society, and I was able to grow a few little trees, and I killed a lot more than I kept alive. But in my observation of that, this idea of growing your root, we're not actually doing that. Plants do that. And why do plants grow their root and spread it out? When you grow your root and you're a tree, you're spreading your roots, you're stabilizing your base. Trees can't move like us. Trees are kind of stuck in the place that they started growing. But the thing is, the trees have to deal with all these external elements, the wind, the cold, the heat, the sun. They need to grow these roots to be able to better balance themselves and be able to stand up against the harsh elements. The other idea behind roots is that when a tree and plants grow their roots, those roots are out seeking nutrients, water, chemical compounds that will help the root continue to grow. So when we relate this to our human experience, like I said, we aren't growing the root, but we can still use this idea, this metaphor, to grow our own practice. And in a lot of the healing arts, it's about centering yourself, grounding yourself, and making that connection with wherever you are, and being able to use the elements or survive the elements. A lot of times in our lives we're so stressed out by external things that we can't control. If we have a good root or we are well grounded, we're able to withstand those onslaughts of whatever may be coming at us or stressing us out. The other idea that I was thinking of, this is kind of new. I was really thinking about this last night. As human beings, the way that our muscles contract, we conduct electricity. For our muscles to contract like that, there is an electrical impulse that comes from your brain, through your spinal cord, goes out to your body, tells that muscle to contract. That's an electrical impulse. We are electrical beings. So when you think of the idea behind electrical engineering, in electrical engineering, they have these things that are called closed circuits. And so one end is positively charged and something else is negatively charged, and basically the electrical current can be better transmitted and move more efficiently through that channel if it's grounded. When in electrical engineering, when a conduit is not grounded, it can send out, electrical impulses this way, that way. People can get electrocuted by that. So the idea that when a closed circuit is grounded, it's able to receive and send electrical impulses at a more efficient rate. How that translates to us, if you think that we are trying to do a meditation, whether it's standing, seated, whatever it is, what we're doing is we're closing our own circuit. Now, when we close our own electrical circuit, grounded, grow your root, that is where you're able to connect that mind and body on a lot deeper level. You're circulating, whether it's electrical currents, whether it's your blood, whether it's the humors, fluids, whatever. When you're doing meditation, you're allowing your body to receive all these signals, and with continued practice, you can weather external storms. You can continue to grow into a stronger person. Your organs begin to more efficiently and effectively operate. In turn, that makes your body stronger. It stimulates your immune system so you can fight infections. It allows your heart to interact better with your circulatory system, your lungs, your blood vessels. There's all these great things that happen when we ground ourselves, kind of close our circuit, and allow those things to more freely go throughout our body. And when the other idea is, when you're a closed circuit, you're not sending out electrical signals that never reach their intended destination. So when I'm not grounded, I definitely feel, like my life is stressed. I'm probably leaking energy, leaking electrical impulses, doing movements that aren't beneficial to me. So that's why these seated meditations are so important and are so beneficial. And like I said, some people are turned off by the idea that we grow a root. Well, stop thinking of it as growing a root. That's only a metaphor for how trees and plants survive in the wild and how they grow. But through my observation of nature, I'm able to connect those principles and philosophies within my own practice. So the idea behind this is hopefully that I can better help you guys understand what meditation is about, what grounding is, what rooting is. So I'm Scott Krueger with Wave Water Arts, and this was Seated Meditation, episode 13. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. The YouTube channel's doing really great. I want to keep it going. Questions or feedback, please, you can contact me through Facebook Messenger. The Instagram's going well, or you can leave comments under the YouTube video, which I encourage too, and also like that video. So thank you again. I'm Scott. Annyeonghaseyo, inshallah. Thank you very much. She's playing with the thing.